This is Bad Brad Hunter speaking on behalf of North American Championship Wrestling. Kids, listen up. I may be a superstar in North American Championship Wrestling, but before I ever was, I graduated from college. So kids, stay in school, get your education, and the future is infinity.
5 pounds, he is the Beastmaster, Rick Link. And his opponent weighing in at 275 pounds from Corbin, Kentucky, he is Primetime, Thrasher. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit.
Well, Assassin, Rick Link is back in the ring here with us tonight.
Well, yeah, he's a fine individual. He's dedicated his life to professional wrestling at its very best. He's a very scientific wrestler. He goes about his day-to-day way of life as any good person would, and I think he's going to give Mr. Thrasher a small lesson here tonight and try to put him at the foot of the cross.
Who are you kidding?
What do you mean, who am I kidding?
Who are you kidding?
I'm kidding nobody. He's a fine man.
Rick Link?
Excellent individual.
The Beastmaster?
Yes.
The man in the ring right now?
With the big tattoo. Yeah.
Oh, my.
By the way, while we're talking about all this, how did your interview with Frank and Jesse go?
Oh, you mean the new tag team champions, Reverend Slim and the Black Angel?
Yeah, they went in. I mean, quite honestly, that was a wonderful match. The 2 out of 3 fall match, and it was a very, very good, hard-fought battle. But there at the end, Frank and Jesse rode in and stole the belts and rode off into the sunset. What's up with that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Tony Cicero tried to interfere in the match. He did interfere in the match, and it ended up costing his men the bout and the championships. It was pretty plain. And now the action is just getting hotter and heavier, as you heard in the interview earlier, Assassin. The Reverend Slim and the Black Angel have agreed to give Cicero's men, the Lumberjacks, a rematch. But first, they have to meet Reverend Slim, the Black Angel, and a mystery partner in a 6-man tag. They want Cicero in the ring with his Lumberjacks.
Well, you see, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Tony Cicero is a big man, and he's an honorable man, but he is not a wrestler. I don't know why they would even want him to get in the squared circle. There's no reason for him to be in there.
Who are you talking about?
Tony Cicero.
Tony Cicero? Honorable?
Well, yes, he's very honorable. He led his team to the heights of their career, and they became the North American Championship Tag Team Champions. How much more honor and dignity do you need out of one individual?
I can only tell you, fans, the Lumberjacks and Big Tony Cicero crawl in the ring. Cicero's going to put on the boots and the tights. He's going to crawl in the ring with Reverend Slim, the Black Angel, and a mystery partner. And I can tell you, we're trying to work on this date right now. We're going to announce it later on in today's program. And wherever this match is scheduled, fans, it's sure to be a sellout. You'll want to get your tickets. They're going to take it to Tony Cicero. And look at Rick Link. Here's Rick Link, a chain out of his pocket. Got a chain out of his pocket. He hits Ben Thrasher.
It's very seldom that I get an opportunity to agree with you, but I'm going to agree with you on 2 points you made here. This match will be a sellout no matter where it is. You can put it in Madison Square Garden. You can put it in the Armory in Charlotte. You can put it anywhere in the state of North Carolina or South Carolina. It will be a sellout. And I also promise you, I agree with you when you say whatever Tony Cicero has on will be tight. There's no doubt about that. Now, I don't know about the boots, but they will definitely be tight. But I do not understand why they would want to bring Tony Cicero into the ring as a wrestler. Tony Cicero is a manager, a very fine manager. He is outstanding in his field. He is certainly a credit to the North American Championship Wrestling Organization, but he is not a wrestler. He is a manager.
Stay tuned, fans. We're going to announce the date and time for that match later on. The board of directors are working on it right now. Tony Cicero and his Lumberjacks in a 6-man tag against Reverend Slim, the Black Angel, and a partner of their choosing.
Well, in the meantime, here in the center of the ring, Rick Link is certainly thrashing Mr. Ben Thrasher.
What about what he and Abdullah did to Carnage and Brad Hunter in Wilmington?
Well, I thought they just delivered some just desserts.
Carnage,
Carnage, he has been doing some things that are quite despicable as of late. And he got what he deserved. I mean, How in the world could he think that he is going to throw in with a fellow like Rick Link, who is an honorable man, who is upstanding, who does things the right way, and here Carnage is trying to take shortcuts to the top. He should have known that wasn't going to work out.
Well, say what you want. Nobody deserved what they did to Carnage in Wilmington, and they turned on Brad Hunter and would have done the same thing to him. They would have done the same thing to Brad Hunter had Mike Youngblood and Savar the Bounty Hunter not run into the ring and stopped it.
Well, I tell you what, they went and stuck their nose someplace where it did not need to be. I would, if I was them, I would be extremely careful in the future, because I don't think that Mr. Rick Link and Abdullah the Butcher are going to take kindly to their interference.
Look at this man. Rick Link is the kind of man that would beat up Andy.
Well, Andy needs to be beat up. He's come out here falling all over the place. I don't know what he's got on his mind. I asked him to go over and get me a lemonade, and he obviously is too lazy to do that. Wanted to be paid in advance, and
he's like most of the people within his organization. They don't trust you.
Everybody trusts me.
At any rate, because of what they did to Carnage, Carnage is unable to defend that title. He's in the hospital in New York City, and that title's been held up, and we're going to have a one-night tournament, fans, already entered. One-night tournament, Newton, North Carolina, Friday night, April 26th. They're lining up. We've already got the Barbarian. You're bringing the Barbarian back in.
Barbarian will be the new North American Championship champion.
Brad Hunter is entered. Ricky Morton is entered. The Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man is going to be there.
Wrestling fans, Ben Thrasher has tapped out here to Rick Link.
Nobody told me
the
Honky Tonk was going to be
Rick
there.
Link.
Wrestling fans, stay tuned. We will have more information on the one-night tournament in Newton coming up on April the 26th. Your winner, the Beastmaster, Rick Link, and we'll be right back, fans, after this.
Wrestling fans, it's going to be April 26th, a one-night tournament for the NACW Heavyweight Championship, featuring stars such as the Barbarian, former WWF superstar, the Honky Tonk Man, Ricky Morton, Mike Youngblood, and so many more. It's going to be April 26th at the Newton Recreation Center, bell time 8 p.m. Get your tickets now at Geppetto's Pizza in Newton, and also at the Newton Recreation Center, April 26th, Newton, North Carolina. Be there.
Match, one fall, a 15-minute time limit. It's for the NACW Carolinas Championship. Introducing first the champion, being accompanied to the ring by the Pitbulls, weighing in at 250 pounds. He's wrestling's first diva from your mama's house, Lord Everette Devore. And his opponent, hailing from Daytona Beach, Florida, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is Bad Brad Hunter. One fall, a 15-minute time limit. Your referee, Buddy Diamond. Timekeeper, Ray Bass.
Well, Assassin, we have got a barn burner right here for the Carolinas Heavyweight Championship. We got Lord Everette Devore, and of course, inauspicious with his absence, I guess you'd say, Derek Flair. Nobody's still seen him. Don't know where he's at. Got no clue.
He was probably called out of town on business. I know he would certainly be here at ringside if there wasn't some very important business deal going on.
Yeah, you know, he didn't show up in Wilmington. Disappeared somewhere before the show down there that night. Don't know where he's been. Nobody's heard from him since.
Well, he was just called out of town on business. That's not. You shouldn't read too much into that. Quite frankly, I'm a little surprised that Brad Hunter's able to be here after Wilmington. He took quite a beating at the hands of Abdullah the Butcher and Rick Link after that match over there. I'm surprised he's recuperated.
Do you think Joanne Denton made Derek Flair disappear?
I don't think that's. I think you're way off base there. I can't imagine that she would have had anything to do with that. But I will say that he is inauspicious with his absence. I'm wondering if anybody's asked Johnny Kidd about what happened to him at the end of the match over there in Wilmington.
You know, the lights went out, the casket slammed shut on Lord Devore, Johnny Kidd disappeared, and I, for one, have not been able to get him to talk about it.
Well, I asked him about it, too, and didn't get much of an answer. I don't know. I think that's something we ought to get to the bottom of.
Obviously, he's back here, but he disappeared at ringside, fans, right in Wilmington, North Carolina. We got some fans over here giving the Pitbulls a little trouble. They feel like maybe they shouldn't be out here at ringside. And I got to say, maybe I agree with them.
Well, I got to say that maybe it doesn't make much difference what you agree with and what you disagree with, because quite frankly, they are a family, and they have come out to see their other family member through his times with this sad Brad Hunter, because you know sad Brad's going to be crying about something before the end of the match.
You know, it's been a while since I've been out here doing commentary with you, and quite frankly, I haven't missed you at all.
Well, thank you. The feeling is very mutual. And anytime you want to go crawl back under that rock you crawled out from under, it'll suit me just fine. I can tell these fans what's going on out here. They much prefer my commentary anyway. As you can tell by the cards and letters that come in, requesting that I immediately take over the chores of being the commissioner.
Was it card or letter?
I beg your pardon?
Card or letter?
Cards and letters.
Oh,
The question is, was it sack or sacks? Because there's many mailbags coming in, full of letters, all in the support of me taking over that job.
Fans, if you believe that one, we got some property for you down on Green Swamp Road in Supply.
Well, I got news for you. I have got the mailbags. I have seen them. I have opened the mail. I have read the letters, and I know that the entire North American Championship Wrestling Committee is in a quandary over what to do, because they're going to have to do what the fans have mandated.
The fans getting on Lord Devore here. The fans getting on Lord Devore as he refused to get in the ring. Brad Hunter goes over the ropes and takes all three of these men down. He appears to have hurt himself, though, as he's clutching his ribs, Assassin.
Well, he should be put in some sort of mental institution for trying some sort of silly maneuver like that, because it's very easy to break your neck going out over the top rope like that and landing on concrete.
Buddy Diamond chastising Hunter, telling him to get the match in the ring, as Brad Hunter's taking it to Lord Devore. He's putting him back in. You know, Assassin, Lord Devore just doesn't seem to be himself without Derek Flair at ringside. I don't know what the deal is, but he just does not seem to be himself.
Well, I don't know who you think he seems to be. He looks exactly like himself to me. I don't think anybody else would dress like that. I don't think anybody else has the charisma that he has. And as you can see right now, sad Brad Hunter is having to pay for that Pearl Harbor attack that he just used on the Pitbulls. They have returned his favor in kind.
Lord Devore taking it to Hunter with a big right hand in the corner. That one shook his molars, Assassin, I'll tell you that. But he just doesn't. Oh, he's going into tights. Now he's back to being the same old Lord Devore we all know and love.
What are you talking about? He's just checking and trying to get his wrestling gear in order. That's all he was trying to do.
Snap mare out of the corner. Brad Hunter appears to be in a lot of trouble here as Lord Devore drives that forearm into the center of his back.
Well, as you know, Brad Hunter is trying to go back and regain that Carolinas title, which he held for so very long back when he was a tough wrestler. That is something that doesn't look like it's very likely for him to do today, because as you can see, he is absorbing a large amount of punishment.
Well, you know, Lord Devore would have lost that Carolinas Championship in Wilmington if not for the skullduggery or the chicanery or whatever you want to call it, going through the contracts and finding a loophole that made that a non-title bout, the casket match in Wilmington. Jim Tucker beat him fair and square, put him in the casket, closed the lid, and still Lord Devore is the Carolinas heavyweight champion. And I can tell you, Brad Hunter is taking it to Lord Devore right now, but Jim Tucker is not a happy man that he did not get that Carolinas heavyweight strap.
Well, Jim Tucker's the one that wanted a lights-out, non-sanctioned bout, and he got exactly what he asked for. That's why you should be careful about what you ask for, because quite often you get exactly what you ask for.
Well, I can tell you, we're going to have a match coming up with Lord Devore and Jim Tucker. Tucker's going to get him back in that ring again, and I can tell you this time, that witch might make Lord Devore disappear.
Well, that witch ought to be careful, because I saw her fly in on a broom, and the FAA has tightened up its regulations on air transportation, that sort of thing, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see her carried off to federal penitentiary
Lord Devore,
flying without a license.
Lord Devore hits Brad low, and now he's got him with a chair. He's nailed him with a chair at ringside. Buddy Diamond chastising Lord Devore for hitting Brad Hunter with a chair.
I don't think he meant to hit him with that chair. I think he was just trying to get that chair over there for him to sit down in and tripped. He tripped. He does not have
what
a lot
are the
of
Pitbulls
coordination.
doing?
They're checking on Brad to see if he's all right.
They're putting those size 12 shoes right in the center of his back, one right after another is what they're doing.
He came out over the top rope and gave an unprovoked attack, a Pearl Harbor attack on them as they stood at ringside. They had that coming.
Lord Devore for count of 2, and Brad Hunter, a testament to his courage and endurance. He kicks out at the count of 2.
That's not courage and endurance. All that is an involuntary reaction because he's out on his feet. He's just very lucky that it came at the time that it did.
I'll tell you what, the fans are getting behind Bad Brad Hunter here in Jones County. Oh!
He has got to be the luckiest individual in professional wrestling today.
Brad Hunter trying to make it to his feet. The fans are behind him here in the Jones County Civic Center. Both men back to their feet, and Brad delivers a big right hand to Lord Devore. Lord Devore answers. Brad Hunter answers Devore, and this is turned into a slugfest.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I'd hit Devore's hard head or not. That's a good way. What happened? Somebody has jerked Johnny Kidd into the ring.
Johnny Kidd, I think Brad Hunter would have had the 3 if not for the interference of Johnny Kidd there. This calls for disqualification.
I don't believe so. I believe Bad Brad lured him into the ring. Johnny Kidd would not have gotten into the ring unless he had been lured in there by Sad Brad.
The new commissioner that we appoint has got to get a set of rules. Stuff like this is not wrestling. Brad's wrestling 3 men. He's getting his crossbody too. Johnny Kidd's in the ring again.
He just had to go in and say something to Lord Devore.
What's Johnny Kidd? This is no tag team match. What's going on? Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Buddy Diamond has disqualified Lord Devore. Brad Hunter would have won that strap. He hit his crossbody. Brad Hunter takes it to Sean Alexander. Lord Devore is going to take a powder.
Well, I don't know why
winner
you
in the match by disqualification, Bad Brad Hunter.
Lord Devore disqualified.
The match. There was no reason to disqualify anybody other than Brad Hunter.
Looks to be a little trouble in paradise. Lord Devore's having words with the Pitbulls. Looks like they're arguing amongst themselves. I believe there's trouble in paradise here, Sasson.
Well, it's just a little family matter. I'm sure they'll solve it in the back. It's just a family matter that they have to discuss.
The championship cannot change hands on disqualification, and Lord Devore remains your Carolina's champion, fans. But the winner of the following match, Bad Brad Hunter, and we'll be right back after this.
Wrestling fans, North American Championship Wrestling returns to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's going to be April 20th, Saturday night. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a big one. Abdullah the Butcher will meet Phoenix Mike Youngblood. And this match just signed for the Lumberjacks with Big Tony Cicero against Reverend Slim, the Black Angel. They are the Holy Alliance. They'll have a mystery partner. If the Lumberjacks get beat, Tony Cicero's head will be shaven in the middle of the ring. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be Saturday night, April 20th at the Middle School in Charlotte, North Carolina. Also, get your tickets now for this big event at Pawn USA and Video Voltage in Charlotte.
I cannot believe you guys. I cannot believe you. What is wrong with you guys? First fire wigs out of this Wilmington leaves us high and dry, and all because of this witch. What is wrong with you two? Now wait a minute. Shut up! Now wait a minute. You guys do what you're told. You don't remember who I am, do you? I am Lord Everette Devore. I am the Carolinas champion. These people will know this. I am the Carolinas champion. You guys do what you're told. And don't worry about anything else and stop dragging me down. It's me.
Hello fans, Ben Throckmorton here in the studios today with Bad Brad Hunter. Brad, pretty serious situation. Nobody expected the other night, Battle by the Beach, Wilmington. Abdullah the Butcher turned on you. Then in the middle of everything, which nobody saw coming, both Link, the Beastmaster, and the Butcher turned on Carnage and hurt Carnage pretty bad, put him out. He's going to be out for a couple months. That North American title has been held up and we're having a one-night tournament. in Newton, North Carolina, Friday night, April the 26th, fans, for the North American Heavyweight Championship. We have some of the biggest stars in professional wrestling entered in this tournament, including the Honky Tonk Man. We've got Ricky Morton, 8-time NWA World Tag Team Champion. We have the Barbarian. We have Lord Devore. We have Eddie Golden. The names go on and on. People lining up to enter this one-night tournament, Brad. What are your thoughts?
Well, Mr. Throckmorton, the talent assembled in this one-night tournament is unbelievable. Lord Everett Devore, Eddie Golden, the Barbarian, Ricky Morton, the Honky Tonk Man. This is going to be probably the greatest challenge ever faced by Bad Brad Hunter. But Mr. Throckmorton, I've been in the ring with some dangerous men, and I have been able to walk away. April 26th, hopefully, I will walk away with that North American Championship heavyweight title.
Well, you know, Brad Hunter, Rick Link, the Beastmaster, 375 pounds of bone-crushing terror. He is also entered in this one-night tournament. He has vowed to put Bad Brad Hunter out of professional wrestling. He even turned on the man who hired him to bring him here to put you out. He turned on him and has been successful in his attempt to put him out of wrestling. Now he's entered in this tournament as well. You could face the Beastmaster, Rick Link, in the tournament Friday night, April the 26th.
You know, everyone knows that there's no love lost between Carnage and Bad Brad Hunter. But what Rick Link and Abdullah the Butcher, who was supposed to be my partner, did to Carnage was despicable. But later on down the road, I will get my revenge on Carnage. But April 26th, if I do happen to meet the Beastmaster, Rick Link, in that ring, it is going to be one bloody battle. But I will prevail in that match.
There you have it, fans. Friday night, April the 26th, Newton Recreation Center, Newton, North Carolina. Bell time, 8 p.m., a one-night tournament for the North American Heavyweight Championship, fans. Don't miss it. Already entered the Honky Tonk Man, the Barbarian, Ricky Morton, Brad Hunter, Eddie Golden, Lord Everett Devore, and more in Newton, Friday night, April 26th. Buy your tickets now at Geppetto's Pizza in Newton and also at the Newton Recreation Center. Make your plans, fans, and be there.
Following match, one fall, a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from Samoa, weighing in at 250 pounds, King Konga. His opponent being accompanied to the ring by an internationally known witch from Morganton, North Carolina, Joanne Denton, hailing from Mobile, Alabama, weighing in at 245 pounds, Jim Sweetman Tucker. Referee for this match, Buddy Diamond.
Well, Assassin, we've got Jim Sweetman Tucker, and he's accompanied by none other than world-renowned witch and psychic, Morganton's own Joanne Denton, and he's going to take on King Konga, a big, rough, tough competitor from Samoa.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting match, but I'm still absolutely appalled, if you will pardon the expression, at what took place in the casket match in Wilmington. First of all, the manager, Derek Flair, disappeared prior to that match, as was promised by this witch, who is very appropriately named, I might add. If you look at her, you can tell she's certainly a witch. But Derek Flair has disappeared. Not only did Derek Flair disappear, Johnny Kidd disappeared also, and he's come back. Of course, now he was a little incoherent before he left, but since he's come back, he has absolutely been totally incoherent.
I saw that myself at ringside in Wilmington. They slammed that casket shut on Lord Devore in Wilmington. The lights went out. Flash of fire. Johnny Kidd disappeared. He was gone. Nobody knew where he was at. I know Sean Alexander and Everett Devore, they got out of there.
Well, yes, they certainly did, and of course Johnny Kidd got out of there too, but nobody knows to where. And I've asked him, and his eyes just kind of glisten over, and he walks away. He just doesn't give me any kind of information. And it looks like as a result of all this, there's a good bit of dissension in the little family group there. It doesn't look like that Lord Devore and the Bulldogs seem to be getting along at all.
Yeah, I can tell you, they're just not the same coherent unit that they were.
Well, it's like the family that loses its head. They, at this point in time, they do not have anybody who is driving the car.
They're having a lot of trouble, well,
that's of course that's good news for Jim Tucker because he had a lot of trouble with those people.
Devore is claiming that he's going to get even with Tucker, and I can tell you there's going to be a match between these two folks. They're going to face each other in Morganton, North Carolina on April the 27th, and I can tell you there's going to be fireworks in that match.
Well, has the witch promised to make anybody else disappear?
I don't know. I asked her what happened to Johnny Kidd, and all she'll say to me is only the shadows know.
Well, I need to talk to the shadows. I'd like to know.
I asked her if you talk to the shadows if you want to. I'm not going there.
Well, I tell you what, right now Jim Tucker's got his hands full with this kid Konga here, King Konga, but
nobody has seen Derek Flair since before Wilmington. Nobody's seen him. I don't know where he's at. There's no telling where he's at.
Well, I'm not looking for him. At this point in time, I don't care.
I wonder if it's dark or hot where he's at.
Well, I'm sure it's strange wherever he is. I tell you what, it looks to me like that Jim Tucker's got his hands full right here with this King Konga. This is a very tough young individual. He's a very strong kid. He's getting some wrestling experience, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the very near future.
He's getting bigger, he's getting faster, he's getting better every week here at North American Championship Wrestling, and I can tell you, one slip by Jim Tucker, and he can go right back to the bottom as King Konga will move up that ladder, get the winner's share of the money, and of course move up. These matches mean a lot to the competitors here in North American Championship Wrestling fans because this is how they're ranked, this is how they're rated, this is how the matches come about. As far as who gets the championship matches, what goes on is what happens in these matches on television.
Exactly. And I'm sitting here looking at this young King Konga, and I didn't realize it till I was looking at some statistic sheets this week. This young fella's not even 21 years old yet. He is a very, very young man, and he's out here competing with some of the best that professional wrestling has to offer.
A swinging neck breaker by sweet man Jim Tucker. He's going for the cover. And this one's over. Ring the bell.
Well, I tell you what, he caught him from out of nowhere with that, and that wasn't
Here come the Pitbulls and Lord Everette Devore.
This is his old friends. They're coming in to visit with him and congratulate him on his victory, I'm sure.
Here comes Lord Devore. They got a chair. Oh,
well, where's the witch? Oh, she's flying in on her broom.
They're putting it on Lord Devore. Oh, they drove his head into that metal chair. But the witch is backing these men up.
It looks like
she's backing them up.
She's
going up into the ring. She's going up into the ring.
What's that? She has a spider hanging from her broom she rode in on.
This Morganton witch, Joanne Denton, has cleared the ring of 3 professional wrestlers with her broom.
I wonder what kind of gas that broom uses, because I saw her fly in on it earlier this afternoon.
She has cleared the ring of these 3 men with her broom, assassin.
Well, that broom had a big old spider hanging off of it. I don't know whether you noticed that or not.
I cannot believe.
That woman is dangerous. She needs to be locked up.
I cannot believe there's 3 grown men and they're running. They're running from the Morganton witch. She's got them on the run, assassin.
Well, I tell you what, I'd run from her too. That woman's not pretty people.
I'll tell you what, this is one of the more incredible things. This lady means business. She cleaned house. She's got Andy running from her.
I want you to look at that broom. There's a spider hanging off of that broom.
Jim Tucker, referee Buddy Diamond, trying to see if he's okay.
Well, he was.
I guess he's up and on his feet. He did win the match. The winner of the fall of the match is Jim Sweetman Tucker fans, and
now she's going to fly him back to the dressing room on her broom. See, look at that spider. Do you see that spider on that broom?
Wrestling fans, this is incredible, and we'll be right back with more action right after these messages. North American Championship Wrestling returns to the East Lincoln High School in Denver, North Carolina. Saturday night, December the 13th. Bell time is 7:30 for this special holiday event. On the card in Denver, you're going to see a grudge match when WCW WWF superstar Bull Buchanan teams with Big Tommy Gunn to take on the main attraction, their manager, the illustrious Perry James. You're also going to see a North American heavyweight title match when Drew Delight puts the title on the line against Danny Dollar. And a Southern Television title match, fans. Big Wood The Lumberjack puts the title on the line against NWA legend Ricky Morton. Also on the card, Bad Brad Hunter, KC Thunder, Dylan Rage, The Infernos, and more. Buy your tickets now in Lincolnton at Lincoln Athletics in downtown Lincolnton. Make your plans to be there for this special holiday event. Saturday night, December the 13th, East Lincoln High School Gymnasium, Denver, North Carolina. Be there, fans. Welcome back to the War Zone, Ricky. This is going to be a fantastic main event for the Southern Television title. Big Wood The Lumberjack, Bubba Jones.
That's right. It's payback time for Big Bubba Jones, especially what Big Wood did to him last week here.
You said it. Big Wood turned on his partner. We have different views on that. We do have a piece of film for all you people who didn't see that. We're going to refresh your memory about exactly what went down last week, exactly what took place, exactly what led up to this contest here tonight for the Southern Television title. These two men were friends. They were partners. Let's go to the film. As you can see, Ricky, last week here in the War Zone main event, we had the main attraction, Mr. Business, Mr. Pleasure, against Big Bubba Jones and Big Wood The Lumberjack.
Yeah, we sure did. As you can see right here, he's coming to his feet here, trying to get his opponent to make the tag to his partner.
Big Bubba Jones at this point had taken a lot of punishment from the main attraction. You can see Perry James on the outside, the manager of the main attraction. Bubba had taken a lot of punishment. He was trying to mount a comeback here and doing it quite successfully. He was putting it on Mr. Business and Mr. Pleasure. And as you can see, the corner over there where Big Wood should be is empty as he was lured away out of the corner by Perry James.
By Perry James, the manager, but you got to understand, he does too, that they already had this all worked up.
You think so?
I think so.
You think this was worked in there? Big Wood The Lumberjack was in cahoots with Perry James in the main attraction?
Oh yeah, as long as he's got a title belt, you know Perry James has got his nose in it.
Absolutely. I would tend to agree with you here. You can see Bubba Jones making a valiant comeback, going to his corner for a tag, but nobody's there. Scott Powers hoisting the big man onto his back in a double back slam with a neck breaker twist on the end of that, and they're going to call for the double feature, Ricky.
They sure are. As you can see right here, see how Perry James has got his attention. Big Wood acting like he don't see his partner getting covered. Robbing the ring, I always know my partner.
Here he comes now. He's trying to get into the ring to make the save. Kind of a half-hearted deal. And Big Bubba Jones, obviously taking a lot of punishment. He was pinned. Many men have been pinned after that double feature. The travesty of the whole thing is, in my mind, it was Big Wood The Lumberjack who failed Bubba Jones.
That's the way
Not
it is.
the other way around.
Especially when your partner's in the ring. Taking the punishment, he took it from the main attraction. He's got his attention on Perry James outside, but that's not right.
But you know, Big Wood saw it the other way, as you're going to see right here shortly, fans, on this piece of film. Big Wood seemed to think that Bubba Jones let the team down, that Bubba was the one who got pinned, and I'm not sure what's going through the man's mind. It's hard to say what's going on in his mind, but he seems to think that Bubba let him down.
Well, he's thinking wrong there. His partner's the one that's taking all the punishment. He's the one on the outside before he's what the people are thinking.
A big right hand fells Bubba Jones. You know, he was already dazed, already beaten down at the hands of the main attraction. Sonny Landell and them coming in. And Ricky, I had a chance to talk to both Big Wood and Bubba Jones earlier today about tonight's matchup. Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at ringside with Big Wood The Lumberjack. Big Wood, Southern Television title match today against Bubba Jones. You guys had an altercation during a match last week with the main attraction, in which I thought you guys were doing very good against one of the best tag teams here in North American Championship Wrestling. What happened last week?
Well, the bottom line is that he did not carry his end of the match. I was out here giving it my all, and he couldn't carry his end of the match. That's the bottom line, really.
It looked like from where I was sitting that Bubba Jones was having a hard time in there. He went to make the tag. He got there. You were the one who was distracted at ringside, didn't make the tag. Bubba lost to a really good tag team in there. For the life of me, I can't feel why you did what you did.
Not there for the tag. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, man. I'm really not sure exactly what you're talking about. But the bottom line is he got pinned 1, 2, 3, and I was over there for the tag, and he wasn't there.
Well, whatever the case may be, you sure didn't make any fans for yourself last week with what you did to Bubba Jones.
Fans? Who really cares what the fans think? I don't care at all.
Well, we're going to have the match. Fans, stay right here today. We're going to see what happens. Big Wood the Lumberjack versus Bubba Jones for the Southern Television title right here on North American Championship Wrestling. Hello, everybody. Ben Throckmorton here with North American Championship Wrestling. Bubba Jones. Bubba, it was a shock to me. I know it had to be a shock to everybody watching on TV last week. What happened between you and Big Wood the Lumberjack? Seemed to have things going your way in a match with one of the best tag teams in professional wrestling today, the main attraction. Nip and tuck, back and forth. The match could have gone either way. It looked like you went for the tag. Big Wood was distracted. That's what it looked like to me. He seemed to take exception to that, but you ended up getting beat, and what happened, everybody saw what happened on television. What went on between you and Big Wood?
I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Throckmorton. No disrespect to you. Listen, Big Wood, what you did to me was unreal. Me and you were supposed to be friends, up and down the road. You told me you had my back. Okay. You turn on me like that, and you think I'm gonna take it? Okay, Big Wood. I'm gonna hurt you, and I'm gonna hurt your pride by taking that belt.
I tell you what, Ricky, as we watch Bubba Jones make his entrance here in the War Zone tonight for the main event, this is going to be something. Watching the two interviews, for the life of me, I still can't figure out why Big Wood the Lumberjack did what he did.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event, one fall with TV time remaining. First of all, weighing in at 305 pounds from Crow Mountain, Alabama, the Southern TV champion, Big Wood the Lumberjack. And his opponent, weighing in at 308 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, here is the challenger, Big Bubba Jones.
What a matchup this is going to be. We got 613 pounds of man in the ring, and it's looked like Bubba Jones is a very angry man.
Well, he's sitting there, he's telling Big Wood, come on, get you some.
That's exactly what he was doing, and he is beating the tar out of Big Wood the Lumberjack, Ricky.
You know what? I hate to be in between those two guys. Right now, if I was a referee, I'd be scared to death.
What an incredible drop kick. Caught Big Wood the Lumberjack right on the chin. He's to the outside, and Bubba Jones is going to stay right on top of him and throw him right back in the ring.
Well, situations like this right here, man, there's no mercy.
Big Wood trying to mount a comeback, but those punches are lacking any authority at all. Bubba Jones is chasing Big Wood into the corner, and he is cutting down the Big Wood.
That's right, the Lumberjack turn. Taking the feet out from under him.
Look out, he's going for that freight train, and he hits it all 308 pounds. Slams into Big Wood in that corner. Bubba Jones may be our television champion.
That was close. I was saying earlier, I would hate to be the referee out there.
I sure would hate to get sandwiched between two of those guys running, I can tell you that. Wow, Bubba Jones taking it to Big Wood. What an incredible... Big Wood unable to mount any offense at all in this match.
Well, he's had it coming to him. You know, he's coming out here telling all these lies about what happened to him and what's going on in this situation. His partner wasn't there for him. Well, Bubba, he's giving to him what Bubba deserves to give to him.
Big Wood going to the outside, I think, trying to find a safe haven, but Bubba Jones following him right around the ring, much to the displeasure of referee Darryl Morse. Bubba hammers him, throws him back in, and we could have a new... he's out again. We almost had a new television champion right there.
By that far.
Here he goes. He's got Big Wood trapped in the corner, and again, he's cutting that Big Wood down. He's going to go up and do a little more chopping, it looks like, Ricky. He is pounding Big Wood hard over there in the forehead.
Was it about 10 shots to the head? Whoa.
Low blow there. What an incredible... I can't believe that. Big Wood with a low blow, and he's going to cover Bubba Jones and get the 1, 2, 3.
Well, Bill, you see the way he done that right there, don't you? Any way to keep that towel. That was his former opponent.
Ladies and
The winner of the match, Wood The Lumberjack, and still your TV champion.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week, right here in the War Zone.
Bubba Jones, that's how you get the job done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say thank you for joining us tonight in the War Zone for North American Championship Wrestling. Tune in each and every week, same time, same station, for the best in professional wrestling, North American Championship Wrestling. For Ben Throckmorton and your co-host, Ricky Morton, good night, and don't forget tomorrow night, Denver, North Carolina, East Lincoln High School Gym. Bell time is 7:30. Join us in the War Zone for all the action of North American Championship Wrestling.